I got a call from one of my followers who is interested in my course, Section 8 Rental Mastery, Manage It Yourself, the Pat and Monique method. And she said that she watches my videos and she likes my story times. So today, the whole thing, story time, because I had a heck of a week, you guys, and I have a story and it's about doing a home visit. So I have been really tired because I'm wearing too many hats. I am wearing the hat of a leasing agent, so I'm out finding tenants. I've got a few vacancies right now. That's a lot of work. And then I am a property manager. I have just a few houses that I'm managing, but I took them over from a couple of bad property managers, and it's a lot of work getting them cleaned up. And I am a real estate agent, and I am a broker, and I am creating a course. And I'm right at the end getting ready to launch this course. And I've been working with somebody helping me with my URLs and getting everything connected. I bought the URL, section8rentalmastery.com. It doesn't go anywhere as of the time I'm filming this, but maybe by the time you watch it, you will get to my landing page and you'll learn more about my course. And my course really is to protect owners from using property managers, because I have seen way too much that property managers end up taking the profits of the owner. And so I've developed this course to teach people how Section 8 works and what we do. And I do talk a lot about Detroit because that's where I'm at, but Section 8 is a federal program, so it goes everywhere. And one of my practices that I teach in my course is go see how they live before you move them into your house. It only makes sense, right? And so I'm kind of used to doing this. I don't really think much about it. And in this particular case, I didn't really cover it in my phone interview as I should have. And I kind of by the way, I do have a free offer. If you want my list of phone interview questions, that will get you, I'll send you the list of phone interview questions that I go through with Section 8 tenants, and then I'll get you on my mailing list for my course. Go below and see if I've got a link ready for that, or if you still have to email me for it. I'm telling you, I'm at the phase where I'm pulling it together. I'm tired. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. I didn't really go into it about the home visit with her because that list that I've got for you guys is kind of in my head. And it got time for me to go pick up her move packet. And I said, oh yeah, and I'm going to come see how you live. I'm going to come in your house. And she balked a little. And I thought, oh. And I was like, no, I'm sure you're fine. And when I did her background check, she was more than fine. This woman's great. No worries on my part. I mean, she was just crystal clear background. It was so nice to see somebody that clean. That day, I drove to her house, and it's a heck of a drive. People think the danger in Detroit is crime, and it is, but it's not the crime that you think. The crime is the property managers that are criminal, the things that they do. But the other danger in Detroit is driving. It's so hard because there's so many people without a license that have never been to driver's ed, and so you have to be very alert. And I'm tired, and so I drive there and I get to her house, and honestly, because I'm wearing way too many hats right now, I am not doing well with the property management for the one guy that I am managing. And I feel very badly about it, but I have had this house vacant longer than is acceptable because I've lost track of a few applicants. Bad, really bad of me. And so I was on it with this woman, like, I am gonna get this house rented, darn it all. Hey, are you liking my story? It helps me a lot if you like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Keeps me motivated. Thank you. And so I get to her door and she comes out and she thrusts her paperwork. Her Section 8, you have paperwork that you fill out and then you send it in and then they send an inspector out. So she thrusts the paperwork at me and I said, oh no, but you remember I said I have to come in. She went off on me as I'm standing there on her porch. And people ask me, isn't it dangerous you doing these home visits by yourself? I wasn't scared for my life or anything, but I didn't enjoy a woman going off on me. I'm not a fighter. I don't like confrontation of any kind ever. That's why being in a landlord is great, because the confrontation, the judge gets to do it, not me. You know, if they do anything wrong, oh, it's in the lease. Oh, here's a lease violation. Oh, go tell the judge. I don't have to fight with you. The facts are the facts. You know, it's easy that way. I don't like confrontation. And I said, okay, then never mind. And I started walking off her porch thinking, gosh darn it, I have really failed getting a renter for this house. I need to make this thing happen. So I'm like, oh. So I sucked in my pride and I went back up to the door and I was like, can I just explain? And she barely let me explain, but I told her this story about this Section 8 inspector. And I asked the Section 8 inspector, what's the worst thing you've ever seen? And she said this woman had been on Section 8 for 10 years. And she was doing an inspection at her house and she came in. It was the first time this woman moved into this house. And the inspector came in and she smelled feces. And she started looking around and it was on the floor. It was on the couch. It was stuck to the walls. And then she sees the children, and there's 4 children under 5 years old, and they're all naked. You know, disgusting. That is not on any background check that I could do anywhere. This is why we do home visits, because you never know if there's something horrific like that unless you get in the house. So I explained that to her. I'm like, you know, really bad things happen and I don't expect anything bad from you. I did your background check. We've talked. I have an idea. You're probably awesome. I'm sure you don't have anything to hide anyway. And she said, well, fine. You want to see in my house? And she flung the front door open and I could see straight through her house. And I was right. Her house was immaculate. It was shiny, clean, but that's as much as she was going to let me see. And if I had trusted a property manager to do this or someone I hired to do this, it would have been no go, not renting to you. You're not letting me in. But I stood there and I thought, you know what? If she were to let me in now, that would hurt her pride a lot. So she's not letting me in because it's a pride issue. She was weirded out that I wanted to come in. I understand that people have been taken advantage of a lot by a lot of people, you know, and it just, I get it. I get the defensiveness and I just comprehend it, I guess. So I didn't really take it as there's something major to hide. And instinctively, I'm like, I think she's still good. I think she just is weirded out by it. So I should probably still rent to her. But she was still pretty argumentative. And then her mother showed up and her mother was sitting in her car. And she said, well, my mom is a landlord and she's never done a home visit thing like what you're talking about. And I said, oh, let's get your mom up here. I have yet to talk to another landlord who doesn't think it's a great idea and they love it, right? So I waved her mom up and I'm like, hey, come up here. And the mom came up and I said to the mom what I was trying to do. And I'm like, yeah, your daughter just about threw me off the porch. Ha ha ha. I'm trying to make light of it because when I'm in stress, it's fight, flight, freeze, fawn. I'm a fawner, which means I go to humor and kindness when I'm stressed out. So anyway, I've got the mom on the porch and I'm like, hey, yeah, she about threw me off the porch. And the mom was just kind of like, what's going on here? And the mom was like, huh, that is interesting. No, I have never done that. And then the mom started laughing and she's like, well, she's the wrong person that you need to check her house. Well, what do you mean? She's like, she's the one I wanted to come clean out my closets for me. And I could see just looking through the house that it was spotless, you know? So I made a judgment call. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm renting to her. Well, that's the kind of thing, I'm just saying. You get to use your own head if you're managing your own properties. But then we got to the part of doing the paperwork. And then we got to the part of negotiating the rent amount. And I teach in my course and in my videos, when you fill out the paperwork, you just put some high number and then the housing commission will write back and say, oh no, she can't afford that. She can do this amount. And whatever amount they come up with could be higher than what I had thought of anyway, what it would be, what if I had, you know, figured it out exactly right, or if it's what the tenant told me, it could be higher. Okay, great, thanks, I'll go with that number. So I did that, and she called me, the tenant called me, and she said, well, my caseworker called me, and she said, you put this really high amount on, and that is not what we agreed to. And I said, well, that's my practice. I just wanted to see what amount they have. I don't have anything to hide, right? Whatever. And she was just really mad about it. So I told the caseworker, I said, yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. And the caseworker actually worked with me and we negotiated the minimum amount that I could take for that size house. And it worked out, I got my number. And I told the tenant, so it all got settled, it's this number, but I just wanna make sure you agree to it. And she said, okay, well, because if you have a problem with it, remember, you don't have to rent from me. If you are having trust issues with me, you really don't have to rent from me. Nobody's forcing you to rent from me. No, that's fine. I said, okay, so this afternoon, I'll get to this and I will have you initial it. Well, that afternoon came and went. I went and showed houses. We're in the business of selling houses. We had investors in town that wanted to see houses that we have for sale. So Pat and I drove around showing them houses, and I came home and I was bushed. It's exhausting showing people houses all over Detroit. And I didn't do it. And I thought, well, I'll do it in the morning. So in the morning, this tenant who wouldn't let me in her house, "You are so unprofessional. Just forget it. I am not renting that house from you." I'm like, I think I dodged a bullet. I don't like confrontation. That was way too much confrontation. I kind of would have gone with her because of all the stuff, but then that happened, and I'm not begging anyone to rent from me. I don't care how long it's taken to find a tenant. I can't work with people like that. She's not the type of person I could ever work with. And the trust was already broken, so I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Because then yesterday I got a call from an applicant, and she said, before I even told her I do home visits, because now I'm telling people better, she's like, "You should come see how I live." Well, that's the way to be. That's how you should be. Just offer it up. If you have nothing to hide, and I've told a couple other applicants after that, "This is what I do. I had a really bad one last weekend," and they're, "No, I would love to have you over." I think that's typically how tenants react. So I would love your opinions. Let me know what you think. If you open the description below, you can hear more about my course. It's coming out. I have a hard date. It's the first Monday in March of 2024, or March 4th, and it will be for sale. Thanks for watching.